Now we are ready to record.
Yo. So, this is all started with me messing around in the builder, just clicking things, rotating shapes, stretching boxes. Feels like I'm back to being a kid playing with Legos again. And I swear the moment felt like that, and I started doing that. Something hit me. Felt like the old days of Gary's Mood and early Source Engine mod packs that's introduced with Half-Life. I, what a days, to be honest. Just got hit by nostalgia. Woo. Like when the limitation weren't like a walls you need to overcome, but they were challenges. Like we don't like when we used to build using those tools back then, we didn't complain about missing features. You just worked around them. And that feeling, I haven't felt it in years. To be honest with you, if you are hearing me, I truly didn't felt it in years. So I kept testing, I kept pushing, and without even planning anything, an idea just popped into my head. What if I recreated Dust? Wait a moment. Listen to me. Okay? Listen to me. I'm not talking about Dust 2, the map that every server spammed it until I couldn't look at it anymore. If you used to play Counter Strike back then, there was tons of servers that people played in that have a 24-hour Dust 2 till I hate it. I'm not talking here about Dust 2. I mean Dust. The original, the classic, the one that started all. That started everything, to be honest. So before I even placed a single object, I had to go back to the roots. I re-download Counter-Strike Source and started to remember the days when I'm walking through Dust. Dust wasn't like created in a studio. It wasn't made by a team. It was made by a person. If I remember his ID, I'm not sure if he still uses it. It was like Dave G or Dave J. Dave J, I guess. Yes. He, if I remember correctly, he did it using Half-Life mods tools. And wait a minute, wait a minute, I didn't even get to the craziest part that he didn't even have a full reference when he worked on the Dust map. He had, like, if I remember correctly, he wrote it. He had 2 screenshots of early Team Fortress. But I truly think, like, does Valve still have the early build of Team Fortress 2 before its childish look? And what is it today? Don't get me wrong, it's awesome, but I wonder what happened to the old prototype of Team Fortress 2. Okay, back to the main topic. If I quote him correctly, and please correct me in the comment if I was wrong, he literally said the look, the design, and the layout of the city spawn area were all lifted directly from those screenshots, which is the early prototype of Team Fortress 2 that popped in a website. I don't remember which one. What was the website? And the rest, he had to make it up. The tunnels, the bomb site, the flow, the rhythm, the way you interact with the map, where you jump, where you push, where everything. It was his imagination. And what I truly respect, and then Valve saw it, they respected it, they adopted. Fast forward to 2004, the Source Engine. Valve in-house team updated the visual, as you see in the video, the lighting, the physics. But what I love is that they kept Dave's layout untouched. They didn't overwrite his work, they honored it. And honestly, the source version of this map, not the original, the original Dust before Source Engine, the source version is the one that's appealed to me or like stuck with me or like inspire me for creation. Like have that this spices on it, like the one that made me say, yeah, this is the Dust I want to reimagine. And now after like weeks inside this builder, trying to recreate something while also inventing the parts I cannot replicate. Finally, after all those years, I reached the moment where I can say I finally understand what Dave went through back then. That feeling of I know what this should look like, but I don't have the tools, so I'll create my own version and hope it works. And that struggle, it's somehow beautiful. And so I need to take this moment to say, so Dave, Valve, thank you. Your work didn't just inspire a generation, it also inspired me right here with the 350 objects budget on this map and the dream. After that builder test I did on day one, like I moved the boxes, stretched them, rotate them, seeing the limitation of the system, I knew I was doing this. The limitation of the builder didn't scare me. It felt like a challenge. Felt like Source Engine era. It felt like Source Engine era is all over again, and I wanted my first rooftop and allies. Oh my god! Just drink something and still. Oh my god. Where were we? What did I say last thing? If I remember, yeah, it felt like Source Engine era all over again. And I truly wanted my first rooftop and allies map to have a story. Dust had its own story, so I decided, let me build something that respect the past, but at the same time also became its own thing. As you and me, the one who is listening right now, Rooftop and Allies is a parkour game. And Michael, to be honest, the dev, puts so much love into it. His work truly inspired me to push the builder to its limit. The game was sitting in my library for the whole year 2024 and 2025, and I tested last 2 months, and I was truly inspired by what Michael was able to achieve. His work truly inspired me to push the builder to its limit. And my philosophy with this approach was simple. Can I make a map? My philosophy was truly simple here when I approached the builder. Can I make a map where everyone has fun? If you are a beginner, a casual, a pro player, hide and seek player, time trial racer who love to do time trials, parkour score grinders. I wanted like open areas, real open areas, not just like empty spaces that exist on the map because the map needed a back wall. I'm not saying something here, so please. No, I just want like a new approach to the map layout and Rooftop and Ally that we are not used to. I wanted freedom, to be honest, and I wanted to hide enough gimmicks on the map I'm going to create that the bros would smile when they found them. I can't show everything in this video. Some things you have to discover on yourself, but the cues or hints are there. If you know, you know. But to be honest, if you know, you know. I won't drop the hints, but I will showcase it in this video. If you get it, you get it. You don't, you don't. Because I want when a person play this map, the moment they smile after they discover a certain gimmick, that would make my day, to be honest. Let me be honest here. The builder is basic. There is no snapping, no invisible walls, no water, no lava. Just shapes, rotate, resize, move. That's it. Say it with me. Just shapes, rotate, resize, and move. And the hard limit of 350 objects. By the end of this video, I had 342. That limit forced me to make choices. Either what do I want to recreate and what do I sacrifice? And it was, to be honest, it's a simple question when you hear it, like what do you want to recreate and what do you want to sacrifice? But it's so difficult to answer this question. I started with a 1-to-1 copy of Dust, but halfway through the start, I realized something, to be honest. Like, if I copy everything from Dust, I will lose the aspect that make Rooftop and Allies special. And what make Rooftop and Ally, it's arcadey gameplay. So I decided to do this approach. I kept Dust as the foundation and built my own ideas on top of that. That's when I felt the map became mine. I designed this map for everyone. Casual who just want to vibe, beginners learning movement, pros player who sees a wall and think, I bet I can climb that, and I'm pretty sure they can. Because there is tons of gimmick hidden for them. And even if you are a casual, you will enjoy those gimmick. Like one of them is to regain you half of your boost in just one trick. You will see it in the video, don't worry. But I won't tell you when. Hide and seek players who want clever spot to hide. Whether you are a casual, you want to hide in a certain area and you don't know how to escape, don't worry, I got you covered. And pro player who want to use the map flow, don't worry, I got you covered. And to be honest, also the time trial racers who want the flow and the gimmick. I'm still working on it, and I am working on it on my drawing program, creating the storyboards of how I want to approach the time trials. I want to create the road first, and from where you start to where you end, and what gimmick I will use. I'm not sure if I will show it, because right now I'm focusing on finishing the layout first. Also, the parkour score runners who want to do those funny epic ticks, don't worry, I got you covered. I didn't label the gimmicks, I didn't explain them in this video, because the best feeling is when someone finds I'm having hard time to explain it. Because I feel to be honest, the best feeling is when someone finds one and smile. if it happened to you when you are playing this map, that's the moment would make my day. To be honest, I worked on this map every day, 1 hour, 2 hours, sometimes more. Between my projects, between my content, I didn't do it because I had to. I did it because I wanted to. The most frustrating moments when I was building it. Oh, what's. If I can say something that truly annoyed me for all those weeks, it would be like in my head, I'm thinking of a certain area I could create or a certain ID. Like in my head, like when something worked, it's working. I can think of it. It's working. I feel it's working. I feel I can do it, but not in the builder. Like every time I open the builders, I came up with the idea. I'm thinking about it. I know I can do it. I trust the process. I even recreated in my head, but not in the builder. That's the most frustrating moment for me, to be honest. But what are the best moment from everything I created? Um if I would answer this question, it would be like the neon tunnel that I created at the end, the zip line through the glowing light. You see it, it's just simple, but it's magical. I never thought it would work because like I had too many ideas in my head, but I couldn't create it in the builder. And I truly never thought it would work. Why, I don't know. But it did, alhamdulillah. And not once. And throughout this whole journey, not once did I think about giving up. Because even when it didn't work, I was truly having fun. There is a point in every project you work on in your whole life where the excitement of the ideas you came up with first start to fade and the real work begins. For me, the moment was testing. When I was testing the map, testing this map alone felt like switching between different versions of myself. Like I'm not sure how to explain it, but it felt like I need to be one moment I need to be like I'm a beginner who barely knows how to wall run, bumping into walls, walk like a lost NPC. The next moment I'm a casual, just vibing, walking around the map, doing tricks, just having fun, taking the long way around because why not? And then suddenly I spent like a whole 1 week just I'm a pro player in my own head looking at random corner thinking yeah I can probably climb that, yeah I can probably exploit this 1 centimeter above the ground to just jump and create the double jump after this jump because I can vault through it. Seeing some certain gimmick like when I hit this wall I can jump, make my character jump. Yes, I'm not doing a trick. I failed it, but that's the point because I can make my character shoot himself through the area. You will see it in my video, but I won't tell you when because I don't want to exploit everything. And to be honest, I'm thinking of about keeping those bugs just for the sake of having those gimmick that make Rooftop and Ally special. To be honest, currently when I was building this layout, I didn't care about visual, about texture. I cared about approach, like how a player sees an obstacle, how they move through it, like how it feels in their heads when they see it. Because this just wasn't a remake. I'm not trying to remake Dust. This was something new in Rooftop and Alley. All I had was a blank blueprint, and this blank blueprint had the original layout of Dust. But the map that I want to create, it didn't exist before I start placing shapes on the grid. Woo! No, I didn't know how this. I didn't know how this. No. I didn't know how it. I say it. A map that didn't exist before I started placing shapes on the grid. Okay, enough joking around and with this quote. And trust me, some of these shapes did not behave the way I wanted. There was moment where I built something that looked simple, clean, elegant, and then I tested it as a beginner and realized it basically was a torture device. So I destroyed it. Most of those events when it happened, I tried to do it when I was not recording. Because who want to see me spend like 5 hours creating something then destroying it? It truly broke your spirit sometime that you spent 5 hours building something and you have to destroy it and no one will know about it. I know I'm laughing right now, but am I laughing? After I destroy it, I rebuilt it, destroy it again, rebuilt it again, destroy it again, rebuilt it again, until it finally felt right, which is what you are seeing in this video. What you are seeing in this video is the gem of the pure gem, the final version of each route, the polished approach, the parts where everything finally clicked. And honestly, without jumping in the bush, Michael did such a good job with this game that I barely ran into any real bugs through everything I was building. I spent hours on the builder. And what shocked me, to be honest, all the bugs I encountered and the most issues I had with the UI, only the UI. It's a UI things. I already reported to Michael, and I'm sure they will get it fixed. Because without throwing something around the bush, the builder itself, it is limited. Yeah, let's throw that on the bush. That it is limited, but it is stable. Let's be honest here. It is stable. It like work as intended. It forces you to think. I know I didn't record the messy part I created, but if I did, it feels like this video will take like a week long just to finish it. I wanted to keep this time lapse clean, something both veteran and hobbyist who enjoy watching level building could enjoy, because there is something beautiful about watching a map grow from nothing. Yeah, truly, it's grow from nothing. Even if you don't see the chaos behind it, and somewhere in that chaos, the map started to feel like it's mine. It didn't happen at a specific moment. It wasn't when I finished a big area or recreated a recognizable part of Dust. It was quieter. I don't know how to put it in words. Like it feels something quieter or quiet than that. It was the moment when I realized the map had this complex simplicity. Amid that complexity, but everything you see is just basic. Even though it's basic, it's complex. From far away, if like I zoom out through the map, it looks basic. Open areas, tunnels, obstacle, that's it. But the closer you get, the more you realize how many layers are hiding underneath this gimmicks. The little gimmicks, the weird routes, the decisions that break the norms. I know I did it a lot here, but things that people I know will hate when they play this map, but then they will try them again, and suddenly I'm 100% sure about it. It will click. And if if I would summarize it in a little bit, I could say that's Khalid touch, or it's my own touch. It is not flashy, not loud, just quietly complex. Like, remember, not flashy, not loud, just quietly complex. The quiet complex. You don't notice it, but the more you gaze on its depth, the more you take a look, a deeper look, you will realize the quiet complex behind it. A map that looks simple until it punches you in the face with something only I would put there. That's how I could describe it. And the best part about what I created is the players are going to find things I didn't even think of, even though I built it. But I'm pretty sure players will find amazing thing with this map. And that is the magic of level design. You build the world, but the players bring it to life. They break it, they bend it, they discover the tech you never planned. And I want that. I want and I want people to surprise me, and I hope they will. I haven't built levels in years. This project is me relearning what I love, reigniting a spark that I thought I lost. And I want feedback. I want real feedback. If you see something in this video and you think, bro, add this at, like, for example, 12:47, it can be XYZ. And if I have the capacity to do it, trust me, I will do it. Tell me. If your idea is unique and it hits me and hits my passion and reignite the spark, I will implement it. I will show your comment. I will make a video about it. Trust me. Because without your feedback, that idea wouldn't exist. I'm not sure if this video will reach a lot of people, but if it reaches someone, please. If you thought about something while watching this video, just tell me about it. Trust me, if it's within my capacity, I will do it. Don't worry about the budget. I will delete something if your ideas are truly unique. What about the future of this map I'm creating? Like, the future is the part that excites me the most currently. The map isn't finished, and that's the point. I optimized what I think is right, but real optimization comes from real player, from pros, pushing the map to its limit. Hopefully I can find people who are willing to waste some time testing my map. From also beginners getting stuck in places I didn't expect. When I create the time trials, the parkour, and challenges, hopefully they can help me make this to optimize the map better. From casuals discovering routes I didn't plan, and hopefully, inshallah, one day I want to invite pro players to test the map before I start the final text. Before I start adding the final texture and theme, because as you can see through me building, I didn't care about the texture, the theme. I just care about creating the layout first, build the foundation, Then I want to bring players to break it, expose its weaknesses, show me where it shines and where it fails, and then I will fix it piece by piece. As for the visual styles, as I said before, I'm keeping that secret for now because I will repeat it again and again and again. The layout comes first because it is the core of this map. It has to be right, correct, perfect before I give it that fancy cloth. And the 350 budget limit of the how many objects I can put in the map. To be honest, I tried to push it as much as I can, but I left some areas open on purpose with nothing in them. Because if the cap ever increase one day, I want to recreate some of the world chess tag maps. And one of the maps in world chess tag that happened IRL, especially the old USA, like 5 years ago, there was a layout in the competition with multiple floors, not just like barrels. Not barrels. What they call it in English? Oh my god, I forgot. That metal you swing at. It wasn't common on that map. I truly love it because there was many floors, not just like barrel or I'm not sure what they call it. This metal pipe that you swing at it. It wasn't the main core of this map. It was like multiple floors where you can do crazy jumps. It was like one of the most epic maps that happened on the WCT. And rooftop and allies movement would fit perfectly with this map. I'm not sure if you are familiar with WCT. And hopefully one day I could host an event in WCT style because I kept 2 areas empty specifically for that. And that would be a dream come true one day, inshallah. I haven't been able to attend one in years. Not the WCT, but parkour tag in general. Because I lost the touch. If I go there, it would feel like heartbroken. You want to participate, but you can't. I guess that's life. Oh shit! It feels like the topic is going to approach a sad moment. But maybe one day, who knows? And that's the thing, the whole project, it's not the end. This is just the beginning. Yes, the layout is done, but the map isn't finished. I'm waiting for the cap to increase one day. I'm waiting for your ideas that will appear in the comments. Inshallah, if this video reaches you, just dump your ideas there. I will gladly apply it if I can, and if the system supports it, I will make sure your idea come true. If it sparked this uniqueness, your crazy suggestions, your unique thoughts, if I can build it, I will, trust me. And I will credit you, because without your feedback, that idea wouldn't exist. This map represents a wish I've had for years. An open space map in Rooftop and Allies that doesn't feel forced. Like you can, like if you played in Steelyard, there is tons of open space map, but it feels like forced in the map itself to fill the area. But I want to create something where it is an open space, but it doesn't feel open space. Like the old Nintendo 64, Super Mario and Sunshine and Banjo-Kazooie. Those maps were epic. It felt like an open space, but it isn't an open space. And I'm still in the prototype area. just creating the layout. So I don't know where I will reach through the years, but I hope I can push this map to its limit. Maybe it's impossible, maybe it's not, I don't know yet, but with me and the community and anyone who watches this video, I believe we can push this map beyond anything I expected. And when the final version releases one day of this map, I hope every single person who supported this journey gets the credit they deserve, no matter how small their feedback was. Even if it was like move this barrel from here to here, I will try to keep a credit note of it. This and the video also. This is just the middle of the story. The rest, hopefully, we can build it together. Thank you for listening to me. This is all I had to say. See you in the future. Bye bye.